short meetings. Okay, watched the tape, made the corrections, on to Carolina here. So got to have a good week, and got to put our best foot forward. What do we got?
How's Mac?
He's doing okay. He's doing okay. He was in good spirits today.
You guys clinched a winning record at home for the season for the first time since 2017. You got a lot more games to play, but what does that kind of mean to you to kind of reclaim home field advantage?
Well, the Red Sea is a big part of it, so that's cool. I thought it was pretty loud yesterday. That was good to see. That's definitely an advantage for us. I think our guys like playing at State Farm, great facility. But, yeah, you got to win more games than you lose. So I guess that goes into winning some home games. But it's good. We got to keep doing that, and I think that they have a certain amount of pride playing at home.
How bad was Trey Benson's? Was it ankle injury or whatever you want to
Still kind of sorting through it right now.
Coach, at what point did you feel like you had established the running game yesterday? Was it early in the game or was it later?
I like some of the explosives that were in the game, but I thought we started to lean on them a little bit and really controlled the line of scrimmage probably later in the game, honestly, Craig.
What was the key to make that possible?
Guys executing at a high level, playing with good pad level. I thought some of the schemes by Drew, what he called, some of the things that we practiced, we got to some different things, which I thought was excellent, how they were trying to play us a little bit differently. So I think we got them in some good schemes. They understood where the ball should go, how we needed to ID some things. At the end of the day, throw scheme out the window. A lot of guys went in one-on-one, better pad level, better technique. You know, violence was there, so it was good.
You've talked a lot about James Conner's character and what that means to this team. But with his particular skill set, why does it work with what you do?
Well, you guys kind of know we have some different variety, you know. I like to say different variety in the run game, and he can really do it all. Like he can run wide zone, he can run inside zone, he can run gap schemes, he can do it from gun, from under, from pistol. So he's got a skill set that warrants to be able to call those certain runs, all of the different ones. He doesn't do any of those bad, you know. And then obviously his style of running, he's a premier player, you know. He hits it, he's got good vision, he's got good balance, he's hard to bring down, he's got juice, so he's doing a good job. He had a good game yesterday.
Is there something more significant about a win when you snap a 3-game losing streak?
No, I think it's just, you know, we did enough to win the round, you know. But I think, again, I really go back to the week of practice, and I thought it was you know, our guys were detailed out, focused, high energy, you know, which that's what it takes to prepare to play well, you know, and that's what they did. So it was good to get back in the win column, you know, but we got to reset this week.
I know you talk always about controlling what you can control, and you guys obviously did that beating the Patriots. But the fact that the Seahawks loss kind of gives some juice to the playoff hopes, do you think that kind of sparks the team a little bit, gives a little added extra bonus going into a week of practice?
No, I really don't, David. I mean, we got to control Carolina. You know, we got to put all our energy and focus into Carolina, and just like you said, the first part of your question, control the controllables, you know, so that's what we got to be focused on.
You guys scored 30, but Kyler said it wasn't unbelievable, it was efficient. Where do you think you guys, looking at it from like maybe a critical eye on the tape, where you could kind of improve or where you could have played better?
He's being pretty critical. You put up 30 in an NFL game, that should be good enough to win, you know. Yeah, I thought we were efficient on third down. We ran the ball well. In the red zone, we're pretty good. What he feels is I thought he operated extremely well. There was really, you know, a ton of need for splash plays, which is probably what he's feeling, you know, because he's normally a part of those splash plays. But we played well enough to win, you know.
With Amari going on IR, what do you hope to see a little bit more from DJ Dallas in that offensive capacity?
Yeah, his role changed, and he'll step up and be ready to go. I mean, this guy's a true pro, man. You know, obviously the impact that he has on fourth down for us is critical. He's an alpha dog on our team. You know, he's ready to go first, second, third down. You saw him get some snaps in there and some, you know, crucial downs there. So we trust him, feel good about him, and he'll keep working on his game and be ready to go.
Going back to James for a second, from the time that you got here till now, have you learned anything about him that maybe you didn't see on tape initially? Has he shown you other facets of his game?
I knew he was a really good player. Since I've been here, I've been, you know, even more impressed with the guy, with the man. But I would say, to your specific question, the pass game. You know, I think he's got a really good feel in the pass game. He's got really good hands. He's a good route runner. You know what I mean? And he's good in protection too. So, you know, he's a guy we got guys that play different roles for us. He's a guy that's hard to take off the field because he can do it all. So just a well-rounded game and a really good player. And he works at all that. That's the cool thing, you know. He's not just a ball carrier. He works on all that stuff, you know.
When we talk to him, he just seems all business all the time. I don't know if that's what you get as well, but he's very serious about his craft.
Hopefully we're the same.
How big was it to see Chad bounce back after some misses
Awesome.
in 3 straight games and working with a new holder?
Yeah, it was good. He was talking some junk to me during the week at practice. You know, he likes to play golf, so he'll always give me a golf analogy. You know, he just felt like he's trying to overhit it a couple times. You know, I just get back to just putting it in the fairway, and that's what he did. He's a cool cat. It was a good bounce back. He played well.
Cozy Colliers had a really good 3-game stretch. What's gone into him playing so well?
Consistency. Just the details of doing it right all the time. You know what I mean? And he's really playing good ball for us right now. You know, I mean, how we use him, how we deploy him, the different positions that he plays. He's a factor in the run and pass game. He's playing well.
It seems like he's one of those guys. Just throughout his career, he just needed reps to show what he can do. Are some guys just like that? They just need chances to show.
Each guy's a little different. I think he's done a really good job. I always say the NFL is kind of certain guys. You kind of not make or break your career. I don't want to be that dramatic, but you take advantage of the opportunities that you're given. You know what I mean? And you take them and you run with them, and he's done that.
Jonah Williams told us this morning that it's not usually good when an offensive lineman's name gets recognized publicly, but he'll take that one, the touchdown yesterday. Well, how did you feel about that whole thing?
Yeah, huge effort play, you know. You look at that play and it might be a little different game if that doesn't happen, you know what I mean? So, huge play. He does that on a consistent basis, though. He plays with high motor, and I thought besides the touchdown, I thought he played extremely well.
When you lost the 2 balls to Marv in the end zone where Gonzalez breaks it up, anything you'd like to see him do differently there? How'd you view those?
No, I thought it was good route, good ball, good play by the DB.
Darius logged his first sack. What are you noticing as the snaps keep piling up with him?
Yeah, he's learning. I have fast track to learning right now. You know, he's 3 games in. I think he played 30 snaps. He was up in there today, you know, talking to Nick, talking to myself, talking to Dee about things that he's learning, you know what I mean? And he's going to continue to learn every rep that he gets and figure it out even more and impact for the game for us. But I thought he was good in the pass game. I thought he made some excellent plays in the run game yesterday, some that will go unnoticed that he's doing what he's coached to do at a high level right now.
I know you're probably still working through the linebacker situation, but what do you see with that group? Who needs to step up if Matt and Jesse can't?
Yeah, I feel good about those guys. I really do. I mean, you know, we talked about it yesterday too. You know, because Mac and then Jesse got hurt. You know, a guy stepped in and played really well was Chris Barnes too. You know, so anybody that's up on game day, we feel good about. Their roles might get adjusted, you know, and that you guys know that can go in game during the week, you know, for a lot of different reasons. Guys' roles change, but they got to be ready to go. you know, and I feel really good about our guys that we have.
It was the big thing with Chris, too, with roles, is that in addition to the added snaps on defense, he still played a lot of snaps on special teams.
Yeah. I mean, you ain't taking him off that. You know what I mean? Even if he was, but Jeff's very aware. Jeff does a really good job too of when roles are changing on offense and defense, what he has to do too. I don't know if you guys talked to him, but the onside kick. I mean, that was the third guy up in that spot, Joey Blunt, yesterday. So. Like, to win the game, oh, by the way, you're in, you know what I mean? It's credit to Joey being ready to go, but, you know, it just so happened Jesse and Max were out at that particular time, the third guy in, which how many times you practice hands team with the third guy in? You know what I mean? We do, but not a lot, you know? So it was really good by him to adjust and Joey to make the play. It was a huge play.
Kazir and Buda have 50 combined tackles over the last 2 games. 2 defensive captains for you. I mean, how's it those guys flying around and setting the tone for your defense?
It's good. You know, they're in the middle, so they should hit the ball a lot, you know. I feel like they're both impacting the game for us, you know, and how we set it up. And they'll both tell you they want some plays back, you know, but they made a lot of plays for us. So I think in general, we got to make sure that the tackling's on point, not for those two, for everybody. You know, especially late in the year here, I felt like we missed a couple too many, but Buda and Kaiser are playing well.
You mentioned meaningful games a lot in December. How important is it, whatever happens, for a lot of the younger guys to be able to have this experience of important games late in the season?
Yeah, I do think, you know, most coaches aren't wired this way, but I think players, like, there's a difference when you're playing games to play games and playing games to play games. You know, there just is. And that's why I was so proud of the team last year, you know, of kind of what we did in the last part of the year there. But, you know, your tape's your resume too. You know, so they understand that. But I think that they know that every second matters, you know, every second counts, you know, so they got to, just like your question, David, like they, you know, whether you're not in it or you're in it, you know, you'd like to say, well, it matters, obviously, right? But they know everything that they do, it matters right now, you know, so they got to display winning behavior. They got to practice well. They got to play well to have a chance, you know, so I think they're taken to that. And the consistency and, as I would call it, competitive stamina to do it, keep doing it over and over and over, you know, as it gets later in, closer to Christmas now. They've been going at it for a good amount of time, so you got to be able to reset and do it again.
Coach, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, guys.